All right, ladies and gentlemen, you are welcome to another great episode on your favorite political talk show, The Truth, with Ben Jokes. Exclusive: Kwara Governor Abdulrazak holds lavish birthday party for son in UK amid rising bandit attack in communities. The Kwara State Governor Abdulrahman Abdulrazak has come under fire after hosting a lavish birthday celebration for his son Abdul in London, the United Kingdom, amid the escalating insecurity and bandit attacks in several Kwara communities. Reporters learned that the opulent event held on October 31 was attended by top politicians, family members, and close associates. Now, this is one of the reasons why when they say that the APC government is complicit in insecurity in Nigeria, it becomes so difficult for you to argue, no matter how you love them. This is the governor of one of the most troubled states in the last 1 month in this country, or let me even say in the last 2 months in this country, governor of Kwara State, and he's out there throwing a bash for his son's birthday party, when obituary and mass burials are the order of the day in his state. So how can you tell me that this man is not happy with what is happening in his state? There's no way to convince me he is happy about it. Now, let us look at the top stories. First is that one coming out of the Christian Association of Nigeria, CAN. They have issued a strong statement following Trump's designation of Nigeria as a country of particular concern and the promise to take military action in Nigeria if the killings don't stop. And next is that one coming from a known representative of terrorists in Nigeria. He has come out to say that if America should intervene in what is happening in Nigeria, the situation will even become worse. That the best thing for us to do is for Nigerians and government and everybody to go and beg the terrorists. And this man is walking free in Nigeria. This is a huge indictment on the Tinubu administration. There is no way as a government you can exonerate yourself in what is happening in Nigeria if you allow this kind of man to be walking free. Before I show you details of these top stories and how Nigerians reacted, let me quickly show you this video. Now, we are all talking about insecurity in Nigeria to the point that America is even talking about it. But look at what is happening in Edo State. Governor Monday Okpebolo and his fellow morons. Look at what they are doing.
Edo State is a state that has already settled everything for our president. I want to let the city boys know that our loyalty to our governor is of no break, no gear, no sense. The explanation is this: anything the governor tells us to do, we cannot argue, because he has all the special advisors, all the special assistants that will tell him, we as a party, we have no sense when we are with him. No break, meaning that if he has carefully decided to send us on errand, we have no break anymore. No gear. If you have ever seen a vehicle, most especially a truck, that has no gear and is descending, you know how deadly such a vehicle is. That's what we are as a party in this state. Because we have no sense, the governor has already told us that 3.5 million votes for President Bola Ahmed Tinubu must be guaranteed, and it's already settled. So I want to tell all of you that even before you came, before the minister started telling us all what the president has been doing for this nation, we don't even want to hear, because we have no break, we have no gear, we have no sense. 3.5 million vote is guaranteed for the president for 2027. That is my message, very short message to all of you.
The event ended with presentation of cash prizes to over 200 youths, who expressed serious gratitude to the organizers and promised to contribute well to the growth and progress of Edo State. The Edo State City Boy Empowerment Summit 2025 don't show clearly say government not the joke with youth empowerment, development and the betterment of Edo State.
You heard that. Edo State under Governor Monday Okpeyolo is clearly detached from what is happening in Nigeria. All they care about is the 2027 election. Meanwhile, one of the most brutal cases of kidnapping in Nigeria in the last 21 days took place in Edo State. One that the whole world saw, but the governor doesn't care. All he's talking about is 2027 election. And he's saying all this because he knows that Edo is a stronghold of obedience. That's why he keeps hammering on these 3.5 million votes. They've gone from 2.5 million votes. Now they are saying 3.5 million votes, when Edo does not even have up to 2.5 million registered voters. The man has gone totally crazy. But it goes to show how the decadence in our society, that we can be talking about the lives of Nigerians, and right there in Edo State, lives of Nigerians are being taken. People are crying foul over the standard of living, how they are no longer able to cope, how they are no longer able to feed their families. But this is what a governor has concerned himself with. I think Oshomole has completely destroyed his legacy by bringing in a man like this. This is what you have brought upon the state. And then they will come and brag that Nigeria is a sovereign state. Nobody should intervene in what we are doing. Anybody who is powerful, who is very powerful, and who sees everything that is going on in Nigeria, and he has a conscience and he begins to sympathize with the citizens of this country, that person can make a move. And that is exactly what is happening in the case of Donald Trump and America. We'll keep our fingers crossed and see how events unfold. Now, let us look at the top stories. First is that one coming out of the Christian Association of Nigeria, CAN. They have told Nigerians and the entire world to read between the lines as regards Donald Trump's declaration concerning Nigeria. And next is that one coming from a chief terrorist sponsor walking free on the streets of Nigeria. He has now warned the US that if they carry out activities in Nigeria, it will worsen the situation. And he is walking free under the Tinubu administration. There is no indictment that is bigger than this. Let's start by taking that update from the Christian Association of Nigeria. Look at how the papers reported it. Don't twist US president's warning. Christian Association CAN says Trump's remark is to fight terrorists, not Nigerians. The Christian Association of Nigeria in the 19 northern states and Abuja has called on Nigerians to rise above outrage and use US President Donald Trump's statement on alleged Christian genocide as a rallying point for unity, understanding, and collective national healing. Rather than viewing Trump's comments as a trigger for religious friction, the association's chairman, Reverend Joseph John Hayab, told the news agency of Nigeria on Tuesday that the remarks should serve as an opportunity for peace-loving Christians and Muslims to unite and demand concrete action by our government to stop the killing of anybody because of religion or in any form of identity. Hayab's appeal reframes the debate, shifting focus from Trump's rhetoric to Nigeria's shared responsibility to end bloodshed and intolerance. His statement comes amid widespread public debate at home and abroad over the former US leader's comments. According to Hayab, a closer reading of Trump's words suggests concern rather than condemnation. If you choose to read President Trump's statement with an open mind, you will simply hear the voice of a visitor who cares about you and wants you to do something serious to enjoy peace and unity in your country, he said. Now, this is a very good one from CAN, representing 19 northern states of Nigeria. It's been long since CAN made sense like this. This is really good coming from them. And it is simple. Trump was simply talking about the terrorists in Nigeria. Those are the people he said the US would attack if the Nigerian government does not quickly take them down. If the killings continue, they will attack the Islamist terrorists. And what is the argument? We said these terrorists are not killing only Christians. They are killing both Christians and Muslims. So it is not a genocide. Genocide aside, if a man comes in and he takes care of these terrorists, then the Christians and the Muslims will be safe. Isn't that what we want? For everybody to be safe. And that's exactly what Khan is saying here. Let us not use the terminology they used to push aside the real issue, which is the fact that Christians and Muslims are being slaughtered because of the failure of the APC administration. So if they don't want Trump to come in, let them do the needful. And all these ones that we are seeing around, soldier kills 14, soldier kills 12, for me, that is not even the first step. The first step is to bring out that list that contains the names of the sponsors and start picking them up one after the other. Point blank, period. And just as Nigerians were yet reacting to this, that update from Sheikh Gumi, a known terrorist sponsor in Nigeria, began making the rounds. Gumi is saying that if US carries out their actions in Nigeria, the situation will become worse. And he is walking free without any arrest or any harassment. Look at how the papers reported it. US bombing of bandits in Nigeria will worsen killings. Best solution is negotiation with them. Sheikh Gumi. Controversial Islamic cleric Sheikh Ahmad Abubakar Gumi has criticized the United States over reports suggesting it might intervene militarily against terrorists in Nigeria, describing the US as a nation of liars and warning that any bombing campaign would worsen the country's insecurity. Speaking during an interview on Arise TV, Gumi said the US has a record of deceit and destructive interference in other nations' affairs, citing its failed war on terror in Afghanistan and the destabilization of Iraq and Libya. So it is going to cause more damage. More Muslims and more Christians will be killed if America will drop a bomb in Nigeria. I am telling you this, and you can take it for a record. So what we are trying to avoid, we are going to even compound it. Look, myself, I have been trying to see how we can pacify these people. I have been going to see how we can pacify these people and redirect them. Because they are human beings, they listen and reason. But if you say you want to use force against force, then you will compound the problem and make the thing dirty, Gumi said. He pointed out that the Nigerian military, despite years of combat experience, has struggled to defeat Boko Haram and armed bandits, suggesting that foreign intervention would only compound the problem. If Nigerian army, which has been very active in many hotspots, cannot deal with the issue for 15 years with Boko Haram and now the bandits, and to me, the bandits are even more vicious because they are active, he said. Gumi, who has in the past engaged directly with armed groups in the forest of northern Nigeria, defended his controversial peace mission, saying dialogue remains the only viable path to lasting security. When asked about his encounters with the terrorists, Gumi explained that his approach has been to understand their grievances and persuade them to abandon violence. Wow. Gumi is saying we have to go and beg them. We must specify them. We must negotiate with them. We cannot use force with force. In our own country, this man has totally exposed the Tinubu administration. The fact that Gumi is still walking free. As a matter of fact, this should be the first person that the US should even take down. He should be arrested and tortured so that he can spill out all he knows about the killings going on in Nigeria. This man is openly defending these people. He has exposed this administration because you have a man who says he even goes to their hideouts to try to understand their grievances. And soldiers will say they are looking for them. What kind of contradiction is that? You have somebody who knows where they are, who is trying to understand their grievances. They are killing us, and you say you want to understand their grievances. Grievances. What have we done to them? And look at how Nigerians reacted. Let's take some of the tweet reactions. This tweet here by Mr. Joe says, I don't think US is serious in saving the lives of Christians because I don't know why Gumi is still alive and talking. That is it. This should be the first person that they should even take down. And Timothy Adeyemi here says, it is somewhat amusing that a man like this still walks free. It only points to one fact. They know what they are doing. The audacity is beyond normal. That is it. They are all complicit. Any government that has power to pick this Sheikh Gumi and they have not picked him. Why is this man, why is he left to be roaming the streets free? And Adegoke here says, for Gumi to still be walking free on our streets instead of being behind bars shows that some people are clearly above our laws and constitution. When someone openly campaigns for negotiations with terrorists, it exposes just how deeply our society has fallen. When criminality is publicized, encouraged without fear of consequences, it reveals the true state of who we've become as a nation. Honestly, I feel sorry for this country. That is it. There is no two ways to it. If Sheikh Gumi under the Tinubu administration can be going and can say this even at the height that we have reached, that the US has intervened and they are threatening military action, Gumi is still saying this, it means he's working for the federal government of Nigeria. And this buttresses, this cements all that we have been saying. What a shame. Anyway, I'll leave it here. What else can I say? We can only fold our hands and watch how events unfold, since Nigeria has become a country where the people cannot rise to demand anything. Only time will tell what our end will be. Make I leave am here. Make I still enter town. Make I go get some ogbonge political news wey una go like. Why? Because now because of una. Now I dey here. So don't go away. Don't go away.